See, yesterday what we have discussed is we have discussed about the party entitled to dispose, custodian, owner, and how we will going to means warehouse assignment. Okay, assign warehouse number. We have checked it. After that, we have seen the defined warehouse number control, right? And we have defined the number ranges for different operations like warehouse task, warehouse order, wave, VAS, all those things we have defined our number ranges. Okay, those number ranges are really important. Correct, no? So we have discussed these all things in the yesterday's class, right? So in today's class, I want to tell again about the PED. Okay, again about the PED, but in decentralized system. Okay, decentralized system. See, here also we need to create the PED and the vendors and the customers, right? How the things will be differentiated here. Okay, how the things are differentiated in the centralized system. Okay, 1 minute. First we will finish the centralized system. Okay, in the centralized system are embedded. Okay. See, in the embedded system, whatever the what is that vendors we are creating. Okay, vendors or the customers might be there. We are creating through the T code BP. Okay, we are using the T code BP to create the vendors and customers. How we are differentiating them? How we are differentiating them?
By the account group,
yes,
role and
exactly. Okay, I will just go to the BP. Okay, if somebody is don't know, I'm just showing them. See, this 162 I have defined as a vendor only. Okay, or else I have to take some different vendor. Okay, so let us take some different vendor. I'll create it for my class now. Okay, so we're going to use that vendor throughout our class. Okay, I'll say person. Okay, and here I will going to take the internal number. Okay, and I will just create one vendor. Let us consider PLM2 VND. This is my vendor. Okay, means this will going to give one inter number range. Okay, but as of now, just take this. Okay, I am giving the name. That's it. Okay, and just copy this. He is the vendor. Vendor means who? Vendor is the person who is giving the supplying the materials to us. Okay, whenever we require some raw materials, he will be supplying it to us. Okay, so he is the vendor. Customer means we are selling the products to the people. They are the customers for us. Okay. This is for the one who are not in the SAP. Okay, so almost all of you are in the SAP. So, but we have to tell to them as well, right? So that is how we're going to take the vendor and customer. I'll just give these things and I'll be saving this. Okay, this is nothing but the general data. Okay, this is entire thing is the general data. Whatever I have just given. Okay, the phone here it will be asking the phone number, email address. All those things will be coming under the general data only. Now I will just save this vendor. Okay, but I have not yet created whether it is a vendor or a customer. Okay, how I will going to create? So I will just what is that edit here, and here based upon the BP role. Okay, here BP role is there. No, based upon the BP role, I'll be creating the vendor or the customer. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so how I am differentiating? Differentiating through okay, this is my BP roles. BP roles. What will be the BP role for vendor? Okay, if you want to create the vendor for financial accounting, okay, for finance, we're going to create the BP role by FLPN00. Okay, this is the BP role. If you are creating the vendor for the finance, we need to include certain financial data within the vendor. What is the financial data? It might be a vendor account number, okay, or tax details, okay. So all those things will be coming under the financial part of the vendor. And another thing will be there, BP role, that is for the purchasing. Okay, which one will going to use? FLPN01. Okay, this will be the BP role for the purchasing, right? So when we will going to use this is the vendor. Okay, if I am using, what is that, FLCU00, I think. Okay, we'll just check it. Okay, or else I'll come and change it also. So this is for the customer. BP role for the customer is FLCU00 for the finance, and FLCU01 for the manufacturing side. Okay, so sorry, sales org side. Okay, sales org side. So this is how we're going to differentiate the vendor and customer here. Okay, and I will just creating the vendor, right? So here I will going to choose, okay, FLPN00. Okay, this is for the vendor finance. See, this is how I am differentiating the vendor here. I will just give language it is asking. Okay, EN, click enter. Here I need to maintain the company code data. This is for the finance side, means it will be here. If I go to the company code data, see, vendor payment transactions, correspondence status, all those things it is asking. Don't worry about all these things. Okay, it is not at all required for us as of now. Company code is CCM1. Okay, so I will just enter. It is asking for a reconciliation account. I will just take some reconciliation. All these things, okay, not required actually. If you are studying all the, again, this reconciliation account and all, it will take a lot of time. Just observe, okay, so how we are creating, that's it. Okay, so I have given the what is that company code data, whatever it is required. So here if we are getting a vendor general data, here some internal number range will going to generate for us. Okay, so here we can give vendor as a customer, all those things will come. Okay, that is not required as of now. Here one vendor, what is that, internal number will come. This 164 we have given as a business partner, but we need to use this internal number whenever we are creating some PO or something else. Okay, I think we have created some vendor for that, right? So that's fine. We will going to use this vendor from now onwards. Okay, I will just save this here. Okay, I have created the company code data as of now. So this has given me one internal number. Okay, we will just copy it. This is our vendor, and 164 is one more internal number. Okay, so I have not yet created the purchasing view for this. Okay, purchasing data I need to fill means I have to select this. I have to take the role as FLVN01. Okay, once I am going to take this and go to the purchasing data. Okay, it will be asking for the purchasing organization. Purchasing organization POM1. Okay, so just give the order currency. Sorry. INR, payment terms 01, and here maintain some Incoterms, because once we're going to maintain it, it will not going to ask while creating the PO and all. Okay. So I have maintained it here, so that is enough. So the same vendor will be there. See, this is the internal number. Okay, and I am saving this. That's it. This is how I'll be creating the vendor. Okay, so this is how I have created the vendor based upon the BP roles. Okay, BP roles, you got it. So I want to create one customer as well. Okay, let's create one customer here. So for the customer also same, I'll say person. Okay, I'll say some PLM2 customer. Copy, paste here. Okay, I will save this. Okay, this is the general data. Okay, whatever I have kept is the general data. But if I want to create it for the specifically for the customers, then what I will do? I will choose the BP role as FLCU. Okay, that 00 I have shown it now. So that one I am going to choose you. Okay, here customer 01 I am choosing at the initial stage. Okay, that is not the issue. Okay, corresponding language EN you just put it. Then go to the sales and distribution. Okay, here you need to give your sales org, distribution channel, and division. Okay, my sales org is what is that? SOM1, distribution channel 10, division 10. Okay, so here it is asking for some price group. Okay, so this some mandatory fields will be there. Okay, we just need to give them and proceed. required field sales district. Okay. This mandatory fields we need to fill, then only it will proceed, or else it will be giving some error. Okay. In the building again, you need to give the tax as a 00 only. Okay. Don't consider any tax here. As of now, it is not required also. And one important thing is you don't see any kind of financial things in the EWM. Okay. These are at the MM level only. Okay. MM level only, we're going to check all the financial details. Don't worry at all about the these all things, okay, because there is no financial things are included in the EWM. Okay, that is the best part. Okay. Whatever the movement types are, you will going to see, all those movement types will be there in the MM side only. Okay. So here I will maintain this SIF also. Okay, it will ask while creating the sales order and all. Okay. Wait. Okay, so I have created the vendor for the maintained. Okay, so this is maintained for the sales order. Okay, here if you go to the general data, again you can see one vendor customer number here. Okay, so I will just allow someone is there in the lobby. Okay, so I have created the customer number here. Okay, the customer number is 51 here. Okay, so customer number is 51. I'll just write it here. Customer number 51. Sorry, that is the internal number which is given, and this is 165. Okay, 165. So we need to use this 51 and this vendor number to create the sales order or the purchase order. Okay, this is for the sales order customer, and this is for the purchase order for the vendors. Okay, so I have done that. Then okay, so this is how we are differentiating. Okay, differentiating the vendors and the customers. Okay, I have to create it for the F5 means finance also. We'll just create it quickly. Okay. So here I will go to the company code. Put the company code as CCM1. Again, it is going to ask for some reconciliation accounts. I will take this one, reconciliation account. Anything is important here? Don't think payment terms. Okay, nothing is important here. Okay, see here it will be asking for some running procedure and customer insurance, tax, all those things. That means whatever the bank account we should maintain for the customer, and all those things will be available in the F5 side. Okay, all those things we are not taking care. Okay, I have just created some vendor and customer. This is how we are differentiating, right? So, but here we are having only one T code, okay, through which we are creating the vendor and the customer. And the shifting is not required at the centralized or the embedded system. Okay, we have just created and it is available. That's it. Now we will going to look into the decentralized. Okay, decentralized system. Okay, see, you are not using this. Okay, please don't confuse. You are not using this. I am just telling it for your information. Okay, so don't confuse. I don't have the decentralized. How can I work? Okay, we are just turning everything in the embedded only. This is to differentiate. If you are getting some projects on the decentralized, then you should work on that also, right? So I am just telling in the decentralized. Here, first we're going to see for the vendors. Okay, we're going to see for the party entitled to dispose also. First, we'll just look at the vendor. How we have created the party entitled to dispose in the centralized? Can anybody tell me? In the embedded system, how we have created the party entitled to dispose? Yesterday only we have created, right? 162 is our PED. Can anyone tell me?
No, you are asking about custodian or
No, party entitled to. See, I have asked for party entitled to dispose in the embedded system. How we have
SCM mat1 location. Creating the material.
No. I am asking how we have created this PED, party entitled to dispose.
Under SCU in here. Allocation quantities on the
simple. Okay, PED creation is I have created the vendor. For
Yes.
the vendor, I have assigned the plant, that's it. Correct, no? This is how I have created the PED. Am I right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So here in the decentralized system, this will be something different. Here, okay, I will show this one I'm going to give you because I need to put some more pics. Okay, so that is what I'm waiting. It's okay. I will just put it in the what is the Teams. Then later on, I will be checking it. Okay, later on, whenever it is updation is there, I'm going to give it to you. Okay, here, just observe this screen. Okay, yeah. Okay. See, we are discussing about only about the vendor. Okay, just ignore these things. Ignore this. Okay, all those things just ignore. Okay, only you consider this one. Okay, see, vendor master. It is a unidirectional transaction in the decentralized I'm telling. Okay, and here application we are using is core interface. That is nothing but the CIF. Okay. So in this CIF, we are going to use the CFM1 to generate the integration model and CFM2 to activate the integration model. Okay, you have already seen that. Once I'm going to create the vendor, okay, so that will be okay. So if I'm creating the vendor or the customer, they're going to differentiate by the ID types. Okay, they're going to differentiate by the ID types. This is important. Okay, here for the vendor, we're going to use the CRM004. And for the customer, we are going to use the ID type as CRM002. Okay, we will going to see this, how they are changing and all, we're going to see them. Okay, so, and if you are going and checking it in the transaction SAP, APU, LOCP, there also you can able to check it. Okay, what is the ID types and all, it is not required as of now, but this is important for a CRM004 and all. Okay, so we're going to check that part and we're going to come. Okay, I'm going to create one vendor and one customer. Okay, and we're going
So
to,
by default, this will be picking, right?
yeah, this is the for default. Yes, you are right. This is
The
default.
standard settings.
Correct. No, once I'm going to create the vendor and I'm going to shift it, no, I will be checking this vendor in the BP transaction in EWM. Okay, because EWM will not going to work in the ERP. It is there in the S4 only. Okay, in S4, definitely, you know, BP is the only transaction to see the vendor. Once I'm going to shift it, you can able to see this vendor, but how it is differentiated, that is through the ID type. You can able to see that. Okay, we're going to check it now. Okay, so I will just, okay, I will go to the decentralized system now. Okay, first ECC. Okay, so here okay, I will just write this. Whoever don't know, okay, for creation of the vendor, we're going to use the key code as XK01. Okay, XK01 is the key code to create the vendor. I will just use this key code, okay, directly XK01 and click enter. Here, if I want to give the internal number range, I will going to leave this blank and I'll proceed further. Don't worry about the number range and all. Okay, whoever is don't know. Okay, you will not going to create any vendor. You will not going to create any customer. This is for our practice. Okay, and you are not working in this also. Okay, wherever you are working, that will be there in the what is that embedded only. There you concentrate. Okay, and don't learn about the BP, how to create the material and all. Okay, you just have the knowledge. That's it. So here I will be creating the vendor, means I am going to give my vendor PLM1. Here M1 is the company code. Okay, sorry, plant name. So that is why I'll just take PLM1 and like that I'll be considering. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, I'll just take this. I think it is already there. Okay, when I'll just keep. Okay, company code is CCM1 here, and purchasing org is POM1, account group is PEMD. Okay, this one we are using it for the external number range. So that is why I have taken this. Click enter. Here I will just copy this and paste it here. Okay, so here this is the general data. Okay, whatever I am putting now, this is the general data. Once I am going to move further, it is coming for the controlling. This will be taken care by the finance people and all. Okay, so here everything is included. Okay, finance as well as the what is that purchasing, all the things are included. Okay, this will also maintained by the finance people only. So this country and bank accounts, everything will be maintained by the finance. Okay, so all those things we are not taking care. Okay, so here I'm going to give some reconciliation account and cash management group, payment terms. Okay, here nothing is required. So this is for the purchasing data. Here it is showing purchasing data, right? Here I'm going to give the order currency as INR, terms of payment, and I'll just mention some Inco terms here. Okay, and I'll make a GR based invoice verification. Okay, just click enter, and save it. See, this is the what is that vendor I have just now created, PLM1 PED. See, if you are checking this in the EWM side, in the decentralized, if you are checking this, okay, where is that? Okay, sorry, not this. I have to open one more session for the EWM, right? Because here two boxes will be there. Okay, if I'm checking this one in the BP transaction, okay, in the BP I will go here and I'll try to check PLM1 when one. This is the name for us. I'll just click. Okay, nothing is showing. Zero business partner found because it is not yet distributed, right? So what I will do, I will just go over here and I will going to take the CIF/N CFM1. Okay, and I am going to put like vendor. I am going to say, and this is also vendor. So after that, I have to choose the vendor here. Okay, where will be the vendor? Just click enter. You will going to get less value. See, here is the vendor. Check this vendor. Okay, take this vendor, and you have to give the restrictions because which vendor you want to take, right? If there are more vendors, then we're going to give the multiple values. If only one vendor, I'll just give PLM2 M1 when one. Okay, PLM1 when one is the vendor for me. And for the vendor, okay, it will be asking for whether we have to create the location as well as the BP. Means it will be creating some location also. If you want to create the location, you say create both. If you just want to create only the business partner, you can create that. Okay. So if I'm taking only business partner, no, it will take only the what is that means BP only it will going to create. Okay, nothing else will going to create. Okay, create location or the BP. Okay, I'm just creating the BP here. So this vendor one, I am creating the BP PLM1 when one. Okay, I have taken this. So I will say execute means I am creating the integration model here. Okay, I will say generate integration model. Next, we have to go to CFM2/N CFM2. Okay, I'll just execute this. For my it is vendor I am transferring. I'll just click on this and select the line item and say start. Okay, it will going to shift the things. Okay, say yes. Okay, it is done. Now I will go back again into the EWM side. Okay, and I'm going to check it. See, PLM1 when one, click enter. See, now it is appearing. Okay, I'll just double click on this. I'll just open this links and go to the identification tab. Okay, go to the identification tab. Just observe here at the downside, you will see one ID type. Okay, ID type. It is automatically created as CRM004. Okay, CRM004. That is what I have explained here. Okay, whenever I'm going to create the vendor, that will automatically take the ID type as CRM004. Okay, so any doubts here until this? Yeah, this is how they are differentiating the vendor. Okay, so this vendor based upon the ID, because once I will going to create the vendor and come in the what is that S4, it will be only one transaction, that is BP. How I can able to identify who is the vendor and who is the customer, right? So that is why they have maintained the ID types here. Okay, ID type for the vendor will be CRN004. Okay, I will just give this. Okay, this is the T code. Okay, we're going to create the vendor means. Okay, we will going to shift those vendors and how the vendors will be differentiated. Okay, differentiation. Okay, how we're going to differentiate the vendor? That is based upon the ID types. Okay, for vendors, ID type will be CRM004. And if you are creating some customers, ID type will be CRM002. Okay, so this is how we're going to get the different ID types here. Okay, so I will.
Sri, this is common in decentralized and embedded version. In both cases, it is common, but the only way we are going to do shifting over there, we are going to choose the way how we are going to integrate with the EWM system. Am I right?
Yes, only shifting we are doing now. It is just differentiating the system. Okay, differentiating the people, who is the vendor and who is the customer. But as of we know in the S4, we are creating the vendor means we are giving the BP roles. Based upon that only it is differentiated already. Correct, no?
No. This is BP rules. I totally agree. I'm asking about this ID type.
ID type is automatic. It will going to take automatically.
It is common in both systems.
No, it is not. No, it is not in both systems, right? Embedded, we have not seen the ID types. Okay, I will just open in embedded. Here we will not going to find the ID type. See, I will go to the general data. Okay, here I will go to the identification. This one is the customer I have created. I will go to the identification tab. Okay, if I go down here, see, there is no ID types concept here.
Okay, fine. So that it will be very clear to understand.
Okay, thank you. I would have shown this. Okay, here identification tab is there, but you cannot see that ID type. Okay.
Here the differentiation will be based on BP role, no?
Yeah, based upon the BP role, we will going to differentiate in the S4. Okay.
But in ERP, it is based on ID type.
ID type, exactly. So 164 I will take. This is the vendor for us, right? This is the vendor. And if you see here ID type is there, it is blank. Okay, we are not giving any ID type here in the S4. See, correct, no? Yeah. Now I will just go over here. Okay, and I'm going to create one customer also. Slash n for the customer. Okay, for the customer, the T code is XD01. XD01 is the T code to create the customer. Okay, I'll just go here and XD01 is the T code. Click enter. Okay, here only I need to give the account group and all. Okay, here I need to select chat APO is the group. Okay, which is assigned for the external number range. Okay, so I will just give the customer PLM1 first one like that. I'll give. Okay, anything if it is external number range, you can give anything. Okay, so sales org is SOM1, my division and all. I will give you. Click enter. Sales org is not defined for the customer. Okay, not an issue. SO1 is not defined. What we have to do, I have to maintain it. SPRO IMG enterprise structure. We have seen that, but I'm just maintaining it in the assignment. Whether it is maintained or not, I will just check it. Sales area. SOM1 10. Okay, 00 is there. Sorry. Okay, division I have taken 00 here. I have not taken 10. Okay, that is why. XD01 I will go. Okay, this is the one. Customer is here, cust 1 and here 00. Click enter. 1 minute. So now I will just create the customer here. Copy. Okay, so fill out all the required fields. So trans zone, okay, zone. I think in okay, some western Bangalore. Okay, anything you can just choose it over here. Okay, it is not that important as of now. Click enter. Okay, so this is see here. This is the general data for the customer. Okay, if you want to put some sales or data or the company code data, here we have the tab company code data and sales area data. Okay, general data. This is enough. I will go to the company code data. Here reconciliation account is asking. Okay, just give some reconciliation account here. Okay, and cash management group again A1 I am going to put. Okay, payment transactions you just give 0001 here. Okay, and again I'll go to the sales area data. Sales district, I think it is mandatory. I'll just provide this data. Okay, and here customer pricing procedure. Okay, I will just say some pricing procedure standard I'll take. Okay, here 4 is also there, so many means we can create these things. Okay, anything you can take here. Standard 01 is also available. Click enter, and billing I will just give the 00 for the taxes. Okay, click enter and save this. See, I have given, I think, almost all the data, all the fields I have filled. Just save this. So required field is there. Condition, shipping condition, again it is asking. 01 I will take. And if anything is remaining, no, it will show an error. Okay, we can create that. I will just save this. Okay, it is created. You can see at the downside, customer PL amount, cost 1 is created. Okay, again, if you are checking it in the S4, it will not be available. In the BP, no, if you are checking it here, so not this one, and just close this, or else will get confused. Here is the BP, here I will say PL amount, first 1. Okay, see, nothing is there. We will not going to find it. Okay, so once I am going to shift this. Okay, CFM1, I am going to create the customer. Okay, here just choose the customer and view the restrictions. Okay, my customer is PLM1, first 1. Okay, here again I am going to take only the PP, and I am going to generate the integration model here. Okay, generate it. Session CFM2, I am going to shift it. I am going to activate it. Okay. No, I have given something different. It is okay. So I will just select this line item and start. Okay. So we have created. What we will do, we'll just check it now. What will be the ID type over there? Okay. So again, I'll give this, click enter. So it is came here. Just double click on this. See, you can see the ID type as CRM002. Okay. So this is how we're going to create the customer and vendor in the decentralized system, and we're going to shift it to the what is that, S4. Okay, here the BP roles are not available for this. Okay, if you check the BP roles, it is something like this only. Okay, CRM002 like that. It is going to give the ID types in the what is that, decentralized. Okay, so based upon the ID types only, we are differentiating. Okay, this is one I want to show. Next, I will show the PED. How we will going to create the PED here. Okay, because PED is also important, right? So what will be the ID type for the PED? Okay, only small difference is there. How we will going to create the PED in the decentralized? Okay, what we are doing in the centralized, we are creating the vendor. For the vendor, we are assigning the plant. That's it. Here also same thing. You are creating the vendor. Okay, create vendor. Okay, and in purchasing data. Okay, in the extra tab, we're going to assign our plant to the vendor. Okay, see, in the purchasing data view, okay, at the vendor, while creating the vendor, the extra tab will be there. There we're going to assign our plant to the vendor, so it will going to become as a plant vendor, just like what we have created in the embedded side. Okay, just like what we have created in the embedded side. Okay, so then only it will going to become a plant vendor. Okay, so I will going to create this plant vendor, then I am going to assign it. Okay, so that is how I will be doing it. First, we're going to create one vendor. Okay, and I'm going to assign the plant for that. How it will be differentiated? Okay, in the what is that? S4 means S4 in the sense in the EWM we're going to check it. Okay, I will going to create this in the ERP side. Once we're going to shift, okay, what will be the ID type for the PED? We have to check, right? ID type and all we're going to check it. Okay, I will just create it one. Okay, so if you after this, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, /n xk01 I will go here. I will just give PLM1 PED like that. I'm going to give the name. Okay, this is the different things which we are taking. Click enter. Okay, so same name. I'll just copy it and reconciliation account, cash management group. And then this same thing, okay, how we have created the vendor now, the same way I am creating it here. Okay, I'll just make a GR based invoice. Just save this, okay. You have created the vendor. Okay, so the vendor is PLM1 PED. Okay, this is just like a vendor only I have created. Now I will go for the change. Okay, change for the vendor. And I will only select the purchasing data. I don't want any other data here. Okay, only select the purchasing data view. Click enter. See here, extra is there, extra tab at the top. Click to the extra tab. Add purchasing data. Add purchasing data. Here I will going to assign my plant. My plant is PLM1. Okay. So I have assigned. See, I have assigned my plant here. PLM1 is the plant I have assigned. So this is how I am creating the plant vendor. Okay, and just save this. And now I will going to shift it. Okay, /n CFM1. Okay, and say PED. PED means vendor only. Just shift this vendor. The vendor is okay. This is the vendor. Okay, you can take a BP or as the location. Okay, anything you can take. Okay, so what is this location? Okay, here whenever we are transferring these vendors, right, that are the customers, we are taking whether it should create only as the business partners or else only as the locations. Locations means here we'll going to whatever the vendor and customer will going to create now, the location type will be 1012 for the what is that vendor and 1010 for the customer. I'll show you in the S4, then you can understand this. Okay, and just 1 minute. Okay, I have chosen the vendor. Let us say here for this I'm going to take two. Both. Okay, how the location is creating for this vendor. Okay, so means sometimes whenever we are doing the STO and all, no, that time it will be important for us. Okay, so when we're going to take the location and all, it will be important for us. Okay, so I will just sifting this data. Okay, this is the one I'm generating the integration model. It is done. I'll go to /n CFM2 here and execute this PED and taking care. Okay, I'll say this start. See, this one is not our error, some others error. Okay, reason AP again it is coming for the same. Okay, okay, I will just go to the S4 side. Okay, here I will take PED. See here, double click on this. Here we have only one ID type. Okay, only one ID type is available. But for the PED, this is just like a vendor only. If you are seeing, this is the vendor number, that's it. Okay, but for my Okay, I want to take it as a PED, means plant vendor. How I will going to differentiate? Okay, other than the vendor, this is the vendor ID type, right? So I want to differentiate the PED means, okay, just go to the edit here. You can give your own ID types. Okay, here there are so many ID types are available. Okay, if you check. So for the vendor, no, it will be CRM011. Okay, that is the plant number. Okay, that is the plant number. I am giving the plant number here, right? CRM011. Okay, this is important. Okay, here you need to for this ID type will be CRM011. Okay, CRM011. So here identification number is what? Okay, I'll just click enter. Identification number is what? Plant number. Okay, I'll just give the plant number. What is the plant number here? PLM1 is the plant number. Where it has to distribute means from where it is coming, from this particular EHF system it is coming. Okay, click enter, save this. Now it is created as a PED. Okay, any doubts here?
So Sri,
Yes.
we are not maintaining this specific ID type in S4 embedded system, but in decentralized system we need to maintain this
Yes,
as a
exactly.
mandatory key.
Yeah, this is the mandatory things.
Okay, so in S4 we are if we are not particularly maintaining PED as a separate vendor, then how we are validating in both cases?
See, in the decentralized, I am assigning this, so that is how it is going to give as a PED, right? But in the centralized or the embedded, what I am doing, I am assigning the plant to the vendor. Yesterday we have assigned the plant to the vendor. No, I will just show that also. So there we are differentiating. Our PED is 162, right? So I will just take new 162. Okay, so this is the, okay, where I have to go in the, hey, what is this? Correct, no, okay. We have not created any other views for this. Okay, 1 minute. 162, this is the PED. There is the general data over here. I have assigned my plant, no, where is that? Okay, let me
change, no, that PP we have changed, then.
Oh, we have changed. 1 minute. I have to check it. Then we need to assign that. Okay, and just check the vendor, and that mainly in the, okay, and just take the vendor here. Okay, so it is already assigned. No, something has missed out here.
164 or 162.
164. No, 162 only. I remember this. Okay. Reconciliation account is something. Okay. In the payment terms, we'll check that. Okay, not an issue. I'll just save this thing. Okay, and this is the general data and financial also. So this purchasing data also I'll just maintain it. Okay, quickly. If I go to the purchasing, okay, this here I have not maintained see POM1, sorry, order currency INR. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I will come to the general data. Save this here. Okay, for both things I have created. Once you go to the vendor general data, no, here at the downside I have maintained my plant. Okay, so that is how we are creating the PED, right? In the embedded system, this is the PED. Once I am going to enter my plant to any particular vendor, that is what the PED in the embedded system. But in the decentralized, I am assigning the plant. Okay, I am assigning the plant here only. In the purchasing, okay, I go to /xk03. Okay, purchasing data, click enter. See, I am assigning the vendor here. Okay, I am assigning the vendor, but if I am taking this vendor in the BP means EWM side, how it will be differentiating? This is differentiating through the ID type again. That is, we are assigning this vendor ID type as well. We are assigning the this plant vendor ID type as well. Okay, this is a plant number. This is my plant, and this is coming from this particular system like that.
Sri,
Yeah.
responsible institution coming automatically or we are putting manually?
No, it is not coming automatically. We are putting manually. For this first line, it is coming automatically because we are taking it from the. I'll just go here. Sorry. Okay, here if you check, this is the EH8 CLNT 9 thread, right? From here it is coming means it is coming automatically. But for the second one, I am putting it manually. From where it is coming like that.
Okay.
Okay. So any doubts here? Any other doubts?
So this ID type also we are putting manually, right? CRM.
Yes, correct. This ID type also. So this ID type means for the PED, we have to put everything manually. Only this will come automatically. Description.
The son of ID type.
Huh? Yeah, this is the ID type. Okay, we are putting it manually only. We need to assign this. Then only it will become a what is that PED in the case of EWM. Okay. So what I will do, I will just So I'll not go.
Actually, I will find out which ID type is for which case. Means if anyone doesn't.
No, you should know. Okay, they should understand this. This is the standards one. Okay, these are the standard things. Okay, we should understand these things. We should know. Okay. I will not going to continue with the decentralized, but we will going to assign SCU and come back. Okay, we'll just assign the means we're going to. I have already created the warehouse. I think I don't know exactly. Okay, leave it. If we are taking it here, then it will be means it will take a lot of time for us. Okay, what I am doing this is one important difference. What I will going to look here. So that is why I just shown this. Okay.
Okay,
And,
okay, Sri, is there any other difference also apart from this?
Yes, differences means not means wherever the differences are there, I am coming here. I'm showing that to you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So as of now, this is the only difference. Okay. So when we're going to get the difference, that time I'll just tell you about that. Okay, don't worry. Just remove these things. Okay, it is already 6:55. Is there any doubts apart from this? Is there any doubts? Okay, so we will just go to the embedded here. Okay, /n SPRO IMG.
Shri, just for 5 minutes after this call can be connected.
Yeah, we can, not an issue. Okay, so here SCM EWM, okay, extended warehouse management in the master data. We have defined our warehouse and we have assigned the warehouse number. Okay, then we have given the control as well. Now we have defined the number ranges. We have to go to the storage types. Okay, just I will going to brief about the storage type. I am not going to give every details. Okay, we have copied it from this warehouse, right? The 0001 is the ideal warehouse which is given from the EWM side only. See, whenever you are going to install the EWM in any other client, they will going to provide 0001 and 1710. It is not available here. I checked it, but it will be available. Okay, 1710 is not available. They have changed it somehow. Okay, this will not be the one, but 0001 will going to get it for sure. Okay, so what they will do, if they want, they will going to copy, or else you can directly create new entries. Not an issue. We can create new entries and we can proceed further. Okay, this is not a mandatory thing to copy the things. Why I have copied? Because once we're going to check it. Okay, warehouse, I'm going to take WHM2 for us. See here. Maybe connection error. When I applied this Airtel, no, then only it is working fine. Or else it would have given us a lot of trouble in between. And let us open it once again. Okay, let it be. Some error is there. Anyway, tomorrow we are looking for it is open. Storage types. So why I have taken this is for WHM2. Okay, so we can see all the storage types which are there in the 0001 over here. Okay, all the storage types, but we are not using any of these storage types. Don't worry. Okay, we will going to create our own and we'll use that. Okay, if you want, you just delete all these storage types and we can use. Or else let it be, because here what we are understanding. See, we are understanding what are the standard warehouse numbers which they are going to provide. 0010 for the high racks, okay, and 0020 for the rack storage, and something like 0030 for the general storage. Like that, we can understand the concepts here, but we'll not going to use them. Okay, we'll not going to use them. We'll just take some different storage types and storage types only, and we're going to utilize those storage types for our purposes. Okay, so from here tomorrow onwards we'll be creating our own warehouse types and we'll be proceeding further. Okay, so as of now we're going to end the class here. Okay, I will just stop. Okay, nothing question means I'll just stop recording.
Okay, Sri, one more quick question.
Yeah.
So this warehouse storage types in embedded system, when we are creating this storage types, do we need to shift this information to
No.
EWM?
This is completely related to the EWM side. It is not there in the ERP side, right? We will not going to shift anything. Whatever we are creating the EWM, no, we are not shifting anything.
Okay, only master data, transactional data we will be shifting from.
No, only master data and org structure data you will be shifting. That plant and the shipping point you have shift. After that, vendor and customer you have shift, and materials you are shifting. That's it. Transaction data will be transferring through the QRFCs. Okay, we have seen, no? And one more thing, okay, this is important because don't get confused. What I have done, I have created the ERP org structure as of now. I'm telling, okay, ERP org structure, and what is this structure? Okay, and EWM org structure. Now I am creating EWM org structure. See, you might be discussing how they are connected. Okay, we have not yet given the integration. Integration part is still pending. Okay, I will, once I'm going to finish entire org structure, then only we're going to go here. Okay, don't worry until this how they are integrated. Okay, so I am going to create the ERP org structure. I have created already. Now we are creating the EWM org structure. Okay, after that only integration I will tell you. Okay, how they are integrated like that. Okay, so until that, don't worry about the integration. Okay, so this org structure means for discussing about the fields of storage type only. It will take maybe 2 classes. Okay, I think you will get bored, but they are mandatory. Okay, but don't consider we are just seeing it at only one time. Whenever it is required, no, you will understand that. Okay, when means in between the fields we will going to use them. That time you are going to see, oh, this field is working here like that. Okay, you should give the linkage. Okay, the dots will be there. You just have to connect the dots. That's it. Okay, so yeah, somebody wants to connect. So shall I stop my recording? Okay, and I will connect with the here only we're going to discuss. If anybody any answers questions are
discuss.
yeah, I'll just stop recording.